Hi, I'm Ray Traylor, CPA, author of True Riches. I get asked questions periodically, and one of the questions that I wanted to cover now is, does God want me to be financially successful, or want you to be financially successful? Well, to get the answer to that question, you really have to look at a much bigger picture than just your finances. In Joshua 1:8, it says, "This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you'll be careful to do all that is written in it. And then you will make your way prosperous, and you will have success." So I think we can say just emphatically, yes, God wants us to be successful. He's promised us that we would have success in accomplishing what He wants us to accomplish if we'll take His word and we'll put it into action. Now the problem oftentimes is that we don't have His motivation, we don't have His interest in mind, and we're off going and doing our own thing. And so sometimes we're not really successful in the way we should be. But if we have focus on what God is trying to accomplish, and just real generally speaking, God is trying to reach this world for Christ. There are many examples of that. Matthew 28:18 through 20 is probably one of those most obvious and clear passages. It says that we are to be reaching out for Christ all throughout this world. And God, I just think it would be foolish for us to think that God would give us a command and not expect that we would be successful in accomplishing it. Why would He do that? I'm a business owner. As a matter of fact, I have multiple businesses, and I have guys who are in charge of those businesses. They're managers, and I go and I commission them to do certain things. You know what? I expect them to be successful. Well, I think it's just ludicrous for us to think that God would give us a commission like that and not expect us to be successful with it. So I think just emphatically we can say, yes, God wants us to be successful. He will empower us to do whatever He's asked us to do. He'll give us the resources that we need. Now, there is a learning curve involved, just like those managers I have in those businesses. They're not all equipped completely, and they're learning, and they're growing in their process of how to manage. And that's really what's happening in our lives. God is teaching us little by little how to be successful. So the question is, are you involved in reaching this world for Christ? Now, when you think about reaching this world for Christ, where there are about 6 billion people over in Asia, well over 1 billion people have never heard the gospel. Now, God intends, I believe, for the gospel to go out throughout the whole world in every generation, and yet we're not doing that. So, if that's going to happen, we've got to be thinking more strategically about a much bigger picture than reaching just our little family or our little neighborhood or our relatives. We need to be thinking in a much more global sense. Now, let me ask you a question. Is that going to be expensive? How expensive would it be to get the gospel to 1 billion people in Asia? Well, I think it's very expensive. So if you're going to be involved in that in any practical sense of the word, I believe God would want you to be financially successful. So think of your money not as just money for you to have a wonderful life or to splurge and go on a magical vacation or something, but simply as a tool in order to empower you to accomplish what God wants you to accomplish on the earth. I believe that's really the essence of stewardship. So my question to you today is, what is it that God's trying to accomplish in and through your life? And financially speaking, what will it cost you to do that? And how will you get those funds in order to do that? There are many other videos like this available on our website, trueriches.net. I hope you'll take a moment today to sign in there. You'll find on the home page up at the top right-hand side a place that you can register. These videos are free. There'll be other materials available to you that are free, white papers and reports, which will empower you and equip you in order to be more effective financially. I'll catch up with you later. Bye-bye.